As you know, the way that we work with the guys at For the People is they send through little video clips periodically through the week as they're doing work. And Joe sent this through on some polish and moments of delight that they're working on. And I really liked it, so I just want to share it with you in its raw format. So enjoy.
So, fresh from the oven, I was working on some of the Easter tasks today. So, quick reminder: these are the tasks that will appear very, very randomly. So, they're very rare. Um, Good way to see it was like the Tesla Mario Kart Easter egg that they have when you're in semi pilot. So, we worked with a couple of concepts on how to trigger them. So, for instance, we have if they're team based, so there's a new team member joins a company. So, you have a give a hero's welcome, but you have here on the right that black thing that appears when you're hovering over Joe Roca or whatever the username is has joined your team. So, that's kind of like the idea. So, you have, for instance, personal user's birthday. So, eat cake, it's your birthday. The team member's birthday, prepare cake because it's Joe Roca's birthday. These are super interesting when it comes to award entries. Again, none of this information I don't think we currently have in the data. So part of it is also thinking how we can get it. But this would be like, for instance, at the beginning, if we ask the agency or the studio if they're interested in, any type of award, that would be really awesome to have a 2017 D&AD award entry closes soon. So like a reminder, go for black if it's a D&AD pencil. Then I think we're entering one of my favorite ones. So actually, this is recognition and surprise in terms of, for instance, last year, For the People won Studio of the Year, so it would have been really rad to see one of the Easter cards. Easter task says, pop the bubbly, congratulations on being Studio of the Year. So I think this information is, based on award winners and finalist results. Because they're so rare, a Pinnacle, Studio of the Year, black pencils, they're counted basically with the palm of your hand. So yes, that'd be really, really cool. Nice type of details that I think you like, Aaron. Then we have calendar-like events. So ultimately, at the beginning, we were like, oh, Christmas, Easter, but that's really boring, right? What's the stream time lens? So we were thinking, for instance, email debt forgiveness day is something so random that I'm pretty sure only a handful of people knew in the office. But it's like the type of stuff that only geeks know. So it's like, okay, clear the inbox. It's email debt forgiveness day. Obviously, we have April Fools, April 4th. So it's like celebrate the death of timesheets because that's the only card here that is a bit more stream time or stream time product based. Then you have things like this, like what about, it's emoji day. So you just have a random collection of tasks. And when you have it's World Emoji Day. It's on the 17th. Pancake Day, World Kindness Day, even really important, Be One with the Force, the day the Star Wars appears, or we can talk about Black Mirror, or most importantly, Game of Thrones. So I think these are the cool things that feel really, really more streamlined to me. The reason why they're all like this in color is because the rules to apply them in the tutor are really simple. So they will keep on following the same rules in the same order of the color. Otherwise, it'd be a super mess. So if they're the only one left or the first one, they're yellow, so on and so forth. So I've made it so that, it works across all of them, right? Same thing with like that black thing. It appears like any of the other tasks. So ultimately, you'd never see all of them like this because, as I said, they're rare. So you wouldn't see like 1, 2, 3. You would perhaps only see something like that, real task, and then something that kind of stands out but is not jarring. So it's still considered in terms of color. And this is what it would look like if it's, in the future. And you'd only populate them. I don't think you'll populate them in advance. Maybe it's for us to decide or only on that kind of week. How do we then take this to the next level? So the first one is cursor. And as Pi mentioned, it's something that we already do, right? So the cursor normally is teeny weeny, but as soon as you hover over one of these, why doesn't it become like super huge? So these are, I'm calling it cursor swap. So they can be, generic cursors just enhanced, like these here. They could be a bit more specific to the task. So eat cake, it's a spoon. Cancel all evening plans. Game of Thrones is back. And you have Brienne of Tarth, even chopping Tiny Aaron's head. These are all been roughly done, but you get the idea. Or even just taking the old emojis back, delicately moving this card away. So that'd be quite cool. Second one, and again, very rough, mouse trail. I think, I've always loved these. They bring me so much joy. But also, when we were talking yesterday and we were writing on top of the cards, it's something that as soon as you have, you're like, woo, play around with. So I imagine that could be quite fun to have. This is I don't know if you've ever seen this Chick 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 Net. Just check it out. They have really interesting mouse trails. It's an artist, and they change it so often. I think right now it's just like exclamation marks. So it's not the traditional one. And then these ones are potentially another solution. So unhover. So imagine if like when you're just hovering over the card, you have eCake just moving boop, 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 almost like a ticker motion. Or instead, when you hover over, you see a sequence of colors just like bloop, 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 flashing in the sequence of colors like this. So so that's me. I love designing this stuff. It's such a great brand to do stuff like this, to do fun stuff. So I'm logging out. Goodbye.